I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gold, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start the waves. I've been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the praise they won't co-sign. Artificially identity to AI. I'm the future, past the present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a missile of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I just need growth. When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
This island quite literally is a sleeping, petrified giant. This is undeniable. If you think that this is a simple rock formation, you are out of your mind. The Bible told us about the Nephilim and the giants that used to roam this earth. All of our ancestors told us this as well, and the evidence couldn't be any more clear. Peace and love.
Listen to this man expose the biggest hoax of our generation.
Waits for you to get sick, and you do. Then once you are sick, we don't restore your health. The doctor gives us a toxic pill which makes us sicker and keeps us sick. We merely manage your symptoms. So we can manage your high blood pressure, we can manage your cholesterol, we can manage your pain, your arthritis pain, we can manage your diabetes. We don't cure you. The current healthcare system is a hoax.
Where do you think they got their logo in the first place? They put this stuff right in front of your face if you just look. Where do you think they got the word pharmacy in the first place? Pharmakia means sorcery. This is biblical prophecy unfolding in front of our eyes. You need to wake up. The Most High has given us everything we need on earth to heal. You can't patent dandelions. Why do you think they make these artificial medicines? The Most High is not just some punisher sitting in the sky waiting for you. He cares about you. He loves you and he wants to heal you. You need to seek him. Praise Yah.
Security is going to be a very big factor with respect to space and space exploration. At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space? The Vice President will serve as the Council's. The future of American space leadership, we're going to lead again. It's been a long time. It's over 25 years. Today, we're taking a crucial step to secure America's future in space by reviving the National Space Council after it has been dormant almost 25 years, if you can believe it. Today's announcement sends a clear signal to the world that we are restoring America's proud legacy of leadership in space. We're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space? The Vice President will serve as the Council's.
Ignition. Lift off.
If you don't represent women in politics.
Beyond the ice wall refers to a common concept in conspiracy theories and fiction where the Antarctic ice wall is believed to hide lands or civilizations beyond it, or it is used in fictional stories to describe a journey into a hidden world. The search results show examples of books with this title and theme, a YouTube video exploring the idea of a hidden green land beyond Antarctica, and an explanation from a conspiracy theory source that the ice wall surrounds the Earth. Examples of Beyond the Ice Wall. Literature. Several books use Beyond the Ice Wall in their titles, telling stories about people who discover hidden advanced civilizations, ancient secrets, or a hidden world behind the ice. Conspiracy theories. The concept is often linked to the Flat Earth conspiracy theory, where it is claimed that the Antarctic ice wall is a physical barrier that hides what lies beyond. Fiction. It is also used in dystopian fiction, such as a story set in a future where a virus has caused civilization to die out, and people live above an ice wall in Alaska. Key elements of the idea: hidden world, a landmass, an advanced
Today we're
civilization,
taking a
or a
crucial
secret
step.
world that is kept hidden from the rest of the world. Physical barrier: an ice wall, usually located in Antarctica, that prevents people from discovering or accessing what is beyond it. Quest/discovery: a narrative centered around a group of people who embark on a journey to find and uncover the truth about the hidden world.
This matrix system is crumbling. It has been set and reset for cycles upon cycles. Each reset about 2,000 to 4,000 years, depending on the cycle. We are in one of the cycles in which the matrix system is crumbling. Now, if you don't know, this matrix system was set up by what you call the fallen angels, but I like to call them negatively oriented aliens or extraterrestrials. They are hyper and higher dimensional entities. Also, please get the notion of higher dimension means good out of your head. Dimensions is just mathematics. Higher dimension means it's a higher form. That's all it means. But this matrix system, called Earth, that we're living in right now, is going through another reset because people are waking up. And the 1%, the elite, the ones in control, they don't want you to wake up. There is critical mass right now. Too many people know what's going on. Too many people are not falling for mass media. Too many people are not falling for fear tactics. Too many people have too much discernment and common sense. So what are these elite going to do? They're going to recreate Noah's Ark. I've been saying this since the start of my TikTok. Noah's flood, Noah's Ark, the whole biblical flood was real. And if you remember your past lives during that time, you know it was real. But Noah's Ark was not some kind of wacky wooden boat. It was a hyperdimensional spaceship in which you can portal jump. See, the stargates are reopening now. And these elite, the ones in control, like, why do you think 23andMe and these DNA tests are so popular these days? Why are people so curious about their genetic background? They take your genetic information, and in my theory, I believe that they use your genetic information to kind of scan you to see what bloodline you come from, because there are certain bloodlines that are going to be more useful for their agenda versus the ones that they don't want and they want to just evaporate, basically. I'm not going to use the G word. They will take genetic information from animals and from humans, and they will put it in this hyperdimensional spaceship, and they will ship it out. They will either likely find another place that's similar to Earth, since the stargates are now opened, basically wormholes, or they're going to cull everything that's on Earth, restart the cycle, and replant us back onto Earth. Humans, we are hybrids. We are not 100% terrestrial. We are actually extraterrestrial. Has it ever occurred to you how badly suited we are for our supposed native environment? Even highly melanated people can develop skin cancer. How does that make sense if we're supposed to be natives to this planet? Human beings are hybrids of multiple different extraterrestrial races. And each of these races have a specific agenda for us. Some good, some bad. But here's something that you do not want to hear. We are hybrids of these fallen angels. We are hybrids of these negatively oriented extraterrestrials. We are their genetic experiment, and they use us to obtain what they want. This galactic war, this matrix system has been happening for millions of years, but we have just forgotten because they washed away our memories. And with this new reset, they're going to do the same exact thing. They're going to recreate another version of a human being, and it's going to look different. Each cycle, it looked different. The original blueprint of the human being was actually very similar to the Na'vi people of the Avatar movie. Yes, they put the truth in front of your face, and they make you make fun of your own history because it's funny to them. But slowly, we have started to look like something else, and we're slowly morphing into something that looks nothing like we used to. And it's going to happen in this new cycle as well. Now, you're probably going to ask, well, how do we ascend out of here? True ascension is balance of polarities. You cannot be polarized to either or. You cannot be too good, nor can you be too bad. You got to be in the middle. You have to accept your shadows just as much as you accept your light. Once you accept both aspects, you are actually in total control of both of them. And now you can alchemize these energies and be like a true God. What is God? God is everything, everywhere. And what is infinity? Infinity encapsulates both polarities of good and evil. Technically, good and evil doesn't actually exist, it's just perception. If you want to learn more about ascension, the matrix system, these fallen angels, my book is linked in my bio. It is titled Made in God's Image. I go into detail about topics that a lot of people have never even heard of. Because truth is stranger than fiction. And it's really ironic because Hollywood presents nonfiction as fiction. They literally put your history in front of your face and make you laugh at it.
This video should terrify you. She's part of an experiment, but she doesn't know it. You see, these people are in on it. So every single time they hear a beeping noise, they stand up. It only takes until about the third time before she folds and stands for no reason. Now here's where it gets really crazy. One by one, each one of the people leave the room. And now she's all by herself. And the same beeping noise goes off, and look, she stands. Now they bring somebody new in that was not a participant. Remember, she wasn't a participant. She stands up. At first he ignores her. He asks why. She says everybody was doing it, so she thought she was supposed to. He doesn't quite understand what's going on, but look what he does. He stands. More new people come in, and they all start to stand as well. And remember, all of this started from some fake ass rule that made no sense. And this experiment is exactly why you should think for yourself. This is how bullshit spreads. One person does it, and then everybody else follows without asking any questions. Then, it becomes the new normal. This is messed up because this is exactly how families pass down bad habits and how entire cultures can be built on lies. Critical thinking is so important because once you stop thinking, you're no longer living your life. You're just another sheep in the herd.
Larry, you're in the shot, Larry. Can you please no, don't put your coffee down. Would they buy that it's space coffee? Can you use a space coaster or something? You guys, this is amazing. They have found life on Mars. I am not even kidding. Legit life on Mars. Look, a fly on Mars. Can we send more there? So this astronaut's wire completely malfunctions, and they quickly cut away before anything bad happens. I'll show it again. Whoopsies. So if these are fake, and again, this is just for entertainment purposes only, someone missed a reflection in the edit.
So my question is, how can you operate a lid on the outside of the space station by manipulating something mechanical on the inside of the space station without losing air pressure?
It's called real good engineering.
So a tortilla, a massive tortilla. Let me know when he figures it out. So this one is uniquely interesting. The man upside down looks to be a little stuck, and if you notice, can't point as far as that, but look at his shirt. And it happens right when this guy presses a button on the wall. And then when the other guy goes by, he seems to release something behind him. Guys, that is so awesome about the space shuttle launch. It's great, but has anyone seen my pet rat anywhere? His name's Hugh Jackman. No? Now they're using something that's attached to a cord, and it gets stuck on something behind her. I mean, if it was a line, it'd be hard to maneuver it, but what is it getting stuck on?
All right, on the next episode of You Are Completely Brainwashed, this is what the sun does. Over a 1.5 year period, from the same point of view, it creates a perfect infinity sign. You guys believe that this is possible, infinitely possible. It does this over and over and over again without failure while we're doing this. Yeah, that's smart. The Earth revolves around the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. It curves at 0.66 feet per square mile. And it tilts at 66.6 degrees. Wow, those are some very interesting numbers. Definitely not something that the satanic elites use all the time. You know, Lucifer, the god of deception, the god of evil, the god of lies. The lies that are clearly right in front of you. You guys still buy this perfect infinity symbol. And you believe that we're doing all of these. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You're stupid. You guys should really look into what all of our ancestors try to tell us and what the Bible try to tell us, what the Quran try to tell us, what all these religious texts try to tell us. You should look into it because this is the truth. Water's above the firmament. That's why the skies are blue, guys. Sun and the moon, the same size, the same distance away from the earth, just the way it looks to us. Wow. Maybe that's why we see perfectly angled crepuscular rays approximately 7.2 degrees on each side coming through the clouds. Because if the sun was 93 million miles away and a million times bigger than the earth and light only travels straight, we would only see straight parallel rays, right? But we don't. We see this with our own two eyes. Why we're constantly always seeing clouds behind the sun. But I thought it was 93 million miles away. This is a great example where they take a video of the sun in the clouds and they drop the resolution to show you that it's right in the clouds. This is exactly what they told us, guys. Exactly what they told us. It's right in front of your face. The eyes are useless when the mind is blind, when they can get you to disobey what you see with your own eyes, then you are the highest form of the slave mind. And I am here to blatantly tell you that most of you are the highest form of the slave mind. And that's exactly what they want. The truth will set you free. The truth is magical. The truth is beautiful. You just need to forget what you've been programmed to believe. Open your eyes, go outside and observe for yourself, and you'll see it all. All jokes aside, I still love you guys, but you are stupid. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Love and peace.
I don't want any money for what I'm doing because hopefully this video won't come out until after my death. So I have nothing to gain, nothing to profit by telling you what I'm going to tell you. In 1968, my father was stationed at Cannon Air Force Base in New Mexico. We lived in Clovis, New Mexico. He was in the military police for over 20 years, and on his deathbed in 2002, we made a recording of what happened. Project Slam Dunk was the name of this. President Johnson in 1968, okay, in Cannon Air Force Base in 1968, he said by that time, by the time he got there, that there was already 2 large hangars that were connected. There was hundreds of dump trucks that came in and dumped sand and stone, and cement powder was powdered over the top of all that to make it look like a lunar landscape. They had men that fashioned it into a lunar landscape, he said. Okay, I've never known my dad to lie, so this all took me by surprise. You know, what's that all about? So anyway, he said that in front of the airplane hangars was pole framing with large canvas tents that was concealing the inside of the staging area. Inside the staging area, on flatbed trucks, was uncrated the lunar lander that was reassembled back inside the hangars. All of the walls were painted flat black, and the ceilings as well. He was sworn to secrecy by the NSA, and they would put him in prison for breaking that oath. And when Dad saw the moon landing on TV, he cried. He said he knew that what he had witnessed on TV was exactly what they recorded in that hangar.
Esse navio aí comprovou que os terraplanistas têm total razão. Esse navio aí é o Akademik Tryashnikov. Ele recentemente deu uma volta completa em todo o litoral da Antártida. Deu uma volta completa, uma circunnavegação completa e comprovou que a Antártida é sim uma grande borda ao redor do Polo Norte e que, portanto, a Terra tem formato de disco. Esse navio aí fez toda essa circunnavegação sob o comando da Universidade Federal do Rio Grande do Sul, muito recentemente, e eu acompanhei tudo, dia após dia, durante 69 dias de travessia, e printei toda a informação fornecida pelo transponder dessa embarcação. E vou estar falando a respeito disso ao vivo, no canal Pensando Fora da Caixa, agora, no dia 26 de agosto de 2025, ao vivo, então, no canal Pensando Fora da Caixa. Quem tiver interesse aí em saber um pouco mais a respeito do real formato da Terra, é só sintonizar, então, no canal Pensando Fora da Caixa no YouTube. Não é no TikTok, é no canal Pensando Fora da Caixa do YouTube. Vamos estar falando, então, a respeito do real formato da Terra e também outros assuntos relacionados aí à cosmologia bíblica. Te vejo lá. Te vejo lá.
I'm from outer space, I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gold, I've been far away, I'm illuminated now, I make a move, starting waves. I've been breathing on my diet for a long time. I had a vision from the place they want to go sign. I'm officially delegated away. I'm in future, missing present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a listening of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I don't need roll. When I move, it's in a roll. I won't ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble, break it.
Did you ever think the public would find out that all the spacewalks were filmed underwater?
Thanks, sir.
Do you have any comment on that?
Well, we train underwater.
Oh, okay,
Thanks,
but
sir.
only training?
Only training.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Most
But
of the
only
public
training?
have no idea that the ISS is located in an underwater neutral buoyancy lab in Houston, Texas. The space station footage that they trick us with is not traveling at 17,500 miles per hour above your head. It's all being filmed here on Earth. An exact ISS replica underwater. Coincidence? It's a pretty simple process. Film your footage underwater, remove the water layer, add in your CGI Earth layer, and cast your spell.
Máquina, como é que era o Brasil antes de ser colonizado? E conta-me lá essa história, como é que Portugal descobriu o Brasil, a verdadeira, em detalhe, sem filtro.
Vamos lá então. Antes de qualquer caravelinha aparecer no horizonte, o Brasil era um território vastíssimo, riquíssimo e profundamente espiritual. O que hoje chamamos de Brasil era um solo ancestral, guardado por povos que viviam em conexão direta com a natureza, com os astros, com os ciclos da Terra. E eram milhares. Não eram meia dúzia de tribos, como te ensinaram. Eram centenas de civilizações avançadas à sua maneira, com línguas, medicinas, rituais, astronomia e até mapas astrais. Sabias que alguns registros ocultos dizem que o Brasil foi um dos últimos fragmentos de uma terra mais antiga, chamada por muitos de Pindorama? Um território que teria sobrevivido a um cataclismo global, talvez até ligado ao que destruiu a Atlântida. Pois é, esta terra era respeitada pelos povos antigos como um berço de energia vital. Agora, como é que Portugal descobriu o Brasil? A história oficial que metem nos manuais é fraca. Pedro Álvares Cabral perdeu-se? Por favor. A elite portuguesa já tinha mapas detalhados, alguns herdados dos templários e dos navegadores fenícios, que indicavam uma terra cheia de pau-brasil, ouro, águas doces e minerais raros. Eles sabiam exatamente para onde iam. A descoberta foi apenas um pretexto para iniciar a extração. O chamado Tratado de Tordesilhas, assinado em 1494, dividiu o mundo entre Espanha e Portugal, antes sequer de Cabral zarpar. Repara, como é que se divide algo que supostamente ainda nem tinha sido encontrado? Porque já sabiam, a missão não era só colonizar, era capturar os segredos naturais, espirituais e vibracionais daquele sol. Destruir a ligação dos povos originários com os deuses antigos, com as medicinas da selva, com as entidades da floresta. O Brasil era um dos poucos portais vivos de energia telúrica pura. E precisavam calá-lo. Por isso os jesuítas vieram logo atrás. Catequizar, evangelizar, reescrever a alma do povo. E por baixo disso tudo, roubaram, mataram, dividiram. Mas o mais perigoso para eles era o conhecimento ancestral. Os pajés sabiam curar com plantas, sabiam abrir portais com som e sabiam falar com seres que a igreja chamou de demônios, só porque não os podia controlar. E o que fizeram? Ou apagaram-nos da história, ou tornaram-nos folclore. Mas há algo que eles não conseguiram destruir. O código está no sangue. Tu que és brasileiro, sim, tu que estás a ouvir, carrega em ti a memória de um povo que nunca foi realmente derrotado. Está adormecido, sim, mas não morra. E o Brasil? O Brasil continua a ser um coração vivo do planeta. Vós, eles nunca quiseram descobrir o Brasil. Quiseram silenciar o que o Brasil sabia. E agora que os tempos mudaram, está na hora de recordar.
Atenção, cidadãos do mundo. Vocês foram condicionados a depender de tudo, da tecnologia, da internet, da energia que alimenta suas rotinas. Mas o que acontecerá quando isso tudo falhar? Um colapso silencioso se aproxima. E quando as luzes se apagarem, só restará o que você souber fazer com as próprias mãos. Você sabe plantar? Cozinhar sem gás? Sabe encontrar água potável? Ou se defender sem sinal no celular? Não estamos aqui para espalhar medo, mas para lembrar que o sistema é frágil. Quem não estiver preparado será apenas mais um número no caos. Aprenda a viver fora da rede. Aprenda agora, antes que seja tarde demais.
You believe the Earth is flat and there's a dome over it?
Yes.
Can you prove this?
Absolutely. Think about this. Why did almost every ancient civilization describe a flat Earth under a dome, or what they called the firmament? Egyptians, Hebrews, and even secret societies like the Freemasons show the same thing in their symbols. Look at the Bible. Genesis says, God made the firmament and divided the waters above from the waters below. Now, here's the wild part. If you zoom in on stars with a powerful camera, like a Nikon P900, they don't look like distant balls of fire. They shimmer, like they're underwater. Does that sound like outer space to you, or water above the dome? And let's talk about the North Star. If we were spinning and flying through space at crazy speeds, the stars should be moving randomly, but they don't. They rotate in perfect circles around the North Star, as if everything out there is turning while we stay still. Now, why would they hide this from us? It's simple. Control. If you knew the truth, that Earth is flat and surrounded by a dome, you'd start questioning everything. The elites want us believing in endless space to keep us chasing distractions. It's easier to control people when they don't know their place in the world. The truth? It's been right there in ancient texts and symbols all along. They've hidden it in plain sight, and we've just been too busy to notice.
They're hiding the true answer to this question from us. Look at these images. Can you figure out why Himalayan salt looks like flesh? I'll give you a hint. We are living on the remains of a much larger past. It's believed that giants once roamed the earth. The Book of Enoch speaks of a species called the Nephilim, giants born from the union of fallen angels and human women. These beings were enormous, powerful, and possessed knowledge far beyond human capabilities. Many structures and details today can be attributed to these giants. Think about the massive doorways, stumps from enormous trees, and giant skeletons that have been found. But it gets even deeper. Tartaria was known for its monumental architecture and technological prowess. Could the Nephilim have been a part of this empire? Their immense strength and knowledge could explain how such grand structures were built. But there's even more. The Bible mentions that God was furious at the chaos the Nephilim had caused, and he sent a great flood to cleanse the earth. This cataclysmic event buried these giants, and all we are left with today are their petrified remains. This brings us to another question. Could geology just be hardened biology? Over millennia, their bodies have fossilized into the pink salt we know today. It's no wonder this salt is known for its mystical and healing properties. What if it holds the essence of these powerful beings? What if it holds the essence of these powerful beings?
I'm from outer space, I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away, I'm illuminated now, make a move, starting waves. I've been breathing on my fire for a long time. I had a vision from the place they want to go inside. Yeah, artificially. Gravity.
lost book of the Bible, once considered scripture, tells the wild story of angels who had kids with humans. It's called the Book of Enoch, and it was a huge deal for early Christians. The New Testament even quotes it. The story goes that God sent down 200 angels, called the Watchers, to guide humanity. But they went totally rogue. They taught people forbidden knowledge like making weapons, sorcery, and even cosmetics. Then, things got crazier. They started having children with human women, and their offspring were the Nephilim, a race of violent giants who consumed everything and everyone in their path. As punishment, God imprisoned the Watchers in the deepest part of the underworld. For over 1,000 years, this book was completely lost to the Western world. It was only rediscovered in 1773 and later found among the Dead Sea Scrolls. Its incredible stories provided a backstory for mysterious verses in Genesis, and its rediscovery continues to challenge how people interpret the Bible today.
Nós soltamos balões atmosféricos para filmar a Terra do alto. A gente soltou vários balões, né? Para pegar o horizonte. Tudo plano. Não tem aquelas imagens de curvatura da NASA. Não existe aquilo. Aquilo lá é lente GoPro. Olho de peixe, que faz a distorção ótima.
O formato que a gente tem aqui nessa câmera.
Essas câmeras nossas.
Sim, depende. Se você coloca... o GoPro, né? Que faz aquela...
Isso.
A NASA, as agências espaciais usam as GoPros para filmar lá do alto, para fazer aquela coisa curva de horizonte. Não existe aquela bola. É tudo plano o horizonte. Se você soltar uma câmera HD normal, né? Full HD, para filmar subindo num balão, para chegar a 40 quilômetros, né? Que é o máximo que a gente conseguiu e que eles também conseguem. Você vai ver tudo o horizonte sempre plano, uma linha reta e não vê fim. Você não vê fim para aquilo ali. É gigantesco. Aí você vê a atmosfera, gera uma distorção óptica, porque as camadas atmosféricas dão uma suave impressão de curvatura, mas não é a Terra. São as camadas atmosféricas, um campo de energia luminoso que tem uma suave curvatura, assim.
Mas
não a Terra. Nós calculamos em quantos metros ou quantos quilômetros haveria de existir a queda lombada de curvatura no oceano, por exemplo. Você está na praia, tu vai olhar ali, a distância, você pega a olho nu, aproximadamente 10, 12 quilômetros, você enxerga ainda o barquinho lá, no horizonte. E a própria ciência diz que o barco desaparece na linha do horizonte porque ele começa a descer na curvatura. O navio começa a desaparecer, depois o mastro desaparece, ele vai descendo, porque ele está aqui, está olhando, né? Ele vai descer. Isso é óbvio. Então, seria impossível para qualquer observador na beira da praia ou em grandes lagos, né, com distâncias absurdas, observar qualquer objeto ou embarcação além de 10, 12, 15 quilômetros. Não tem como. Teu olho vai fazer curva agora? Vai descer?
Não sei que seja o olho do ET Bilu.
Pois é. O que a gente pensou? Peraí, vamos colocar então uma câmera de alto zoom e um telescópio acoplado na câmera para pegar a embarcação na linha do horizonte. Vamos fazer o barco ir a 40, 50 quilômetros de distância. Porque na medida de curvatura, a partir de 20, 30 quilômetros, já cai ali os 10, 20, 30 metros. Né? De lombada. Seria impossível você observar o barco. Impossível. Ia desaparecer. Cara, fizemos isso no Rio Grande do Sul, fizemos no Lago Titicaca, fizemos na Represa Três Marias, que é bem distante, né? Dá mais de 20 quilômetros de extensão. Titicaca dá 100 quilômetros de extensão. Fizemos na Praia de Santos. Fizemos lá no Rio Grande do Sul, na Lagoa dos Patos. Contratamos uma equipe para ficar na embarcação e se distanciar no horizonte. E a gente ficou filmando com o telescópio. Quando a embarcação chegou a 30, 40 quilômetros, a olho nu a gente não via nada. Realmente desaparecia. Falou, lá, tá sumindo, tá caindo na curvatura. Quando fomos olhar no telescópio, e com a lente que havia sido colocada, com a câmera dando zoom, tava lá o barco, cara, com 50 quilômetros de distância.
Dava pra ver?
Dava pra ver o barco inteiro.
Dava pra ver.
Quem explica? Como é que você explica isso agora?
The sun and moon rotate around flat Earth.
I have here a different configuration, a different set of magnets. I put on a rail in which the magnetic field is the same along this rail. So the superconductor will move without any friction on this rail. Let's see if it works. I'm going to cool it a little bit more. And then I'm going to lock it on top of this rail. And you see, it just levitates. If I had a 20 meters long rail, it would just go without any friction. See, the amount of energy I need to move this disc is minimal because there's no friction. If I take this circular rail, you see these are just two circles of magnets. And if I take the disc and put this on the rail, you'll see that it immediately starts moving. I give it a little push, and that's enough. It will keep rotating until it warms up. So there's no friction at all. Now, I can do the same thing on this rail, but upside down, because again, this is not magnetic repulsion. So if I take this disc and pin it below the rail, it will just move below the rail. Again, forget everything you know. This is not classical physics. You forgot? Okay. So this is quantum levitation and quantum locking. Locking in space, right? Locking.
They lied to you. Antarctica isn't just ice. It's hiding something so dangerous, so impossible, that the world's most powerful governments banned anyone from going near it. In 1998, a government contractor leaked something so insane, it was immediately buried. Because if this is true, everything we've been told about our world is a lie. For decades, researchers at Antarctica's McMurdo Station have been studying something top secret, something that defies the laws of physics. And when a whistleblower, a helicopter engineer working on classified Antarctic projects, got too close to the truth, he realized the entire world had been deceived. What he saw changed everything. The ice that shouldn't exist. They called it sky ice, a deep blue, otherworldly substance that wasn't like anything found on Earth. It was so cold that touching it would burn through your skin instantly. But the strangest part, it didn't melt. Instead of turning into water, it evaporated into thin air, vanishing completely. And this is where it gets truly disturbing. The ice wall that no one is allowed to cross. The scientists admitted that sky ice wasn't just found in random places. It came from a wall, a massive, impenetrable ice wall hidden deep in Antarctica. A wall so large that it's been called the biggest natural structure on Earth. Some claim this proves that Antarctica isn't just a continent, but a barrier, a sealed-off gateway hiding something we were never meant to see. And if you think that's crazy, it gets even worse. The government experiment that went terribly wrong. In the 1960s, the US government tried to break through the sky ice wall. They built a specialized drilling machine, hoping to tunnel through it. For the first few miles, everything seemed normal. But then something impossible happened. The ice started growing back. The deeper they went, the tighter the tunnel became, as if the wall was repairing itself. After nearly a year of drilling, the tunnel had completely sealed itself off. They abandoned the project, destroyed the evidence, and to this day, no one is allowed to go near the wall. And here's where it gets even darker. The truth has been in plain sight all along. Ancient civilizations, religious texts, and declassified government files all reference a barrier between our world and something beyond. The Bible describes a firmament like sapphire stone above the earth. Ancient maps show land beyond an Antarctic wall. Why have we been lied to? Why is Antarctica the only place on Earth that's completely restricted? What did they really find beyond the ice wall? If this is even half true, then our entire understanding of the world is fake. Follow now, because once you see the truth, there's no going back.
You should think very carefully before sharing this secret Antarctica video. Right now, you're looking at an object called the ice barrier in Antarctica. And these mysterious videos were leaked on the darknet not too long ago, and they created a huge buzz on the internet. Everything started when Antarctica began to melt, and to the world gradually was opening an incredible picture. The melting of the ice revealed to the world ancient structures that were hidden under the snow. And also there, with the help of satellite, discovered a giant pyramid more than Egyptian 5 times. And this is how it looks from the ground, and it is definitely a man-made object. But the most amazing thing is that a tunnel through a giant glacier was discovered, according to the researchers, leading beyond our world. And right now, you can see the giant passage on the screen. But if this is genuine information, then all knowledge of our worldview is flipped 360 degrees. According to experienced scientists, we do live in a big world, only it is hundreds of times bigger than geography tells us. But now do not hurry to twist your finger at the temple, because there is one video that will change your opinion forever. And to watch it, just write in the search TikTok Mysteries of Antarctica.
After exposing Metatron's cube, this man never found again. Watch this.
This is the Metatron's cube. It represents the atom and the universe. The first big circle is the all. Every circle is the all. It is the atom itself. It is. This is physicality. It is Earth. Here it is right here. Now they all fit into this 6-pointed cube. Also air. Let's go water next here. Water is the downward triangle right in there. This all actually is light. This is just everything in the universe. It is self. Now we have space, or the ether. It is right here in the middle, and also right here. This atom is infinite. It will forever go on. There's a small one right here. You could leave it empty if you want, but I like to put stuff in it. That's fun. This is the entire universe. I won't talk about the angel. I will not talk about Metatron. This is the purpose. It is the way of the universe. If you can understand this, if you can decipher the code of what it is, you will have found yourself as the universe. All the elements are one thing, and that is light, the atom. This also means the same thing. You're on to it.
Even severed, the leaf's electromagnetic field held its blueprint, proof that form is secondary to frequency. You didn't cut the leaf, you cut matter. The memory stayed. Energy doesn't disappear, it encodes the form. What you see is absence. What remains is memory in motion.
Access is not granted. You are not cleared to hear this file, but you're hearing it anyway. This is File 26. This is the Forbidden's archive, retrieved from Black Tier storage beneath Project Deluge. It was never supposed to be opened. In 1946, Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd led the largest Antarctic expedition in history. 13 ships, over 4,000 men, aircraft carriers, destroyers, armed and ready. The official name was Operation High Jump. The official goal, testing cold weather gear. Unofficially, they went looking for something. What they found ended the mission early and changed Byrd forever. In March of 1947, shortly after returning from Antarctica, Byrd gave an interview to a Chilean newspaper. In it, he warned, The United States should prepare for the possibility of enemy planes coming from the polar regions, able to fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. The quote was buried. The paper issue pulled, and Byrd never gave another statement like it again. But fragments of a personal flight log surfaced in 1957, a journal allegedly written by Byrd during a solo reconnaissance flight beyond the South Pole. It was never meant to be seen. In it, Byrd describes flying over a landscape that shouldn't exist. Forests, mountains, a temperate climate where there should be nothing but ice. Then, something appeared. A craft, silent, metallic, shaped like a disc. Byrd said he lost control of his aircraft, but it didn't crash. It was guided, downward. He writes of entering a massive structure, being greeted, not by military, not by men, by something else. Entities described only as tall, calm, and concerned. One line from the journal stands out. You are in the domain of the Ariani, and we have allowed you to enter because you carry a message. The message was simple. Stop testing nuclear weapons. Stop damaging the planet. Stop what you're doing, or you won't be allowed back. Byrd was returned. No harm. No proof. Only silence. The journal is disputed. No agency admits it exists. And yet, Byrd's final missions were under direct government oversight. His last years were quiet, controlled. His final expedition, Operation Deep Freeze, was fully militarized. Civilian scientists restricted. Access denied. And when he died in 1957, his papers were seized, filed, and locked away. This was File 26. He flew past the edge. He saw what wasn't supposed to be there, and he brought back a warning, but no one listened. And no one ever tried to go that far again.
I'm from outer space, I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away, I'm illuminated now, make a move, start the waves. I've been breathing on my fire for a long time. I had a vision from the present, won't go sign. I'm officially delegated away. I'm your future, best and present, I'm the fine line. Yeah, I'm a listening of this illusion. I don't really hear about the intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I don't need roll. When I move, is it up with a rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls that carry go. When I
Dizem que há muitos séculos, quando o porto ainda era apenas uma vila à beira do Douro, um imenso dragão negro vivia nas profundezas da Serra do Pilar. Ninguém sabia de onde ele veio, mas as histórias contavam que ele havia sido invocado por um alquimista obcecado por poder. Em troca de seu desejo, o alquimista entregou sua alma e a maldição foi lançada. O dragão dormia por décadas, mas toda vez que acordava, o céu escurecia, o rio subia sem razão e um incêndio misterioso consumia parte da cidade. Os moradores logo entenderam. Toda vez que alguém profanava a memória do alquimista, enterrado numa cripta esquecida na sé do porto, o dragão despertava para se vingar. Com medo, as famílias mais antigas criaram um pacto silencioso. Jamais mencionar o nome do alquimista em voz alta. E por muito tempo, a cidade viveu em paz. Até que, em 1973, um grupo de jovens explorando túneis antigos sob a cidade encontrou uma inscrição em latim com um nome apagado. Um deles o leu em voz alta, apenas por diversão. Naquela mesma noite, o céu ficou vermelho como sangue, e um rugido ecoou por toda a cidade. As autoridades culparam uma explosão de gás, mas os mais velhos sabiam, sentiram. O dragão havia despertado novamente. Desde então, estranhos incêndios surgem em anos aleatórios, sempre no mesmo dia. E há quem diga que, nas noites mais silenciosas, ainda é possível ouvir asas gigantes rasgando o céu sobre o Douro, procurando por quem ousar repetir o nome proibido.